What is up, everybody? And we are back here. If you were joining me earlier on the South Side Boys, like my guy Eric was, if Eric will be in the chat here today. But we're here today to preview two more shows. As yesterday we previewed we previewed the Great American Bash and AEW All In. Well, tonight on this episode, we're here to preview Evolution, the second all women's PLE, and the show that will go down on Saturday night. It's 20 commercials. It's 30 ads. It's 2 hours of nonsense and 4 matches. It is Saturday night's main event. So, we're here to talk about it all. Get your thoughts, get your concerns, get your comments, all that good stuff. So let me know how you guys are feeling, what you guys' thoughts, and how are we excited? What's our excitement level for these two shows? Are you guys exhausted yet? We haven't even started the shows yet, but we've had a lot of things go on. So, let's get right to it. Let's not waste any time. Let's get to the chat. Let's see if there's anybody here right now. And if there's not, I understand. But if you have any, like I said, questions, comments, concerns at any point throughout the show, let me know how you guys are feeling about this. And before we start previewing all of them, let's go over the matches that we will be watching and that we will be seeing go down. And they go as followed. We got Javon Evans. No, that's the wrong show. I'm sorry. Wrong one. We're doing Saturday night's main event here. Not the Great American Bash. We did that yesterday. Anyway, we got LA Knight, taking on Seth freaking Rollins. We got the Viper. We got the Legend Killer. It's Randy Orton as he takes on the Scottish Warrior, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. I said Sheamus. We got Gunther taking on Goldberg in Goldberg's final match. At least it should be, right? Goldberg's final match for the World Heavyweight Championship. And then another match that was added just recently. We have Solo Sikoa taking on his Jimmy Uso, for the United States Championship. Also, we have some news for SummerSlam. Apparently tomorrow, the storyline with Jelly Roll in WWE is supposed to begin. And it looks like Jelly Roll is going to be in a match at SummerSlam. I mean, I guess. And we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that. But I'll be honest, I'm not too excited about all of that right now. But shall be interesting to see what goes down and for Jelly Roll on and at SummerSlam and tomorrow on SmackDown. But for now, those are the matches for Saturday night's main event. Now let's go through the matches that we will be seeing at the second all-women's PLE Evolution. We got JC Jane taking on Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. We got Tiffany Stratton taking on Stratusfaction. Trish Stratus. It's Tiffy time. It's Stratusfaction time. Who's waiting and who's walking out your Women's Championship? For the World Women's Heavyweight Championship, that is, it's Rhea Ripley taking on Io Sky. We got Jade Cargill and Naomi in a match that is no holds barred. Anything goes. It's two women that just want to destroy each other, and it's going down at Evolution. We got a fatal four-way women's tag team match. It's Raquel Rodriguez and the new champion Roxanne Perez as they take on the Kabuki Warriors of Raw. They take on Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair of SmackDown. And then they take on Zaruka, part of NXT. So Ruka and Zarya in this match representing NXT. And then we also have a women's Evolution Battle Royal where we're going to see the likes of Nikki Bella and more show out, and see who wins a match to face the winner. And the winner of Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, most likely, at Clash at the Castle. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. Who wins that Battle Royal and what goes down. But those are all the matches that we'll be here previewing right now. So like I said, guys, if you guys got any comments, questions, concerns, please let me know, and I will answer them all to my best of my abilities. So for now, let's start off with the matches that will go down at Saturday night's main event. We also have we also have Lyra Valkyria, Becky Lynch, and Bayley going at Evolution. I don't know where that picture's at. Where's that picture at? I don't know. But we do have that match also. So let's start with Saturday night's main event, and then we will preview Evolution. So the first match I want to talk about for Saturday night's main event, let me change my thumbnail right there. You know, we got the Saturday night's main event. So you know what show we're previewing right now. Not the Great American Bash. Not the Great American Bash. It is time for Saturday night's main event. And let's start off with Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, as we have seen these two. And if you don't remember, if you weren't watching during COVID, or maybe you just gave up on wrestling at that time, we saw Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton have one very good rivalry that I really enjoyed during the pandemic era. I was just invested in it. I loved every second of it. And, we obviously just saw Drew McIntyre return recently, and we saw everything that just went down. So we'll have to wait and see where it goes and what happens with it. But I'm excited to see this match. They're going to go out there and show out, put on a good performance. And, in the end, I want Randy Orton to win this match. But with Drew McIntyre just recently returning, him coming back and now being back into the spotlight and everything, I think they're going to give him the win. Hopefully it will be a good match, and hopefully they will put on, like I said, I'm not too sure how many minutes each of these matches are going to get, because obviously this is just a TV show. It's not a PLE, even though I've been saying we have 4 PLEs in 48 hours. We have 4 shows in 48 hours, 3 PLEs in one show, if you just to be exact and be specific here. So I'm going to say Drew McIntyre wins in a probably 10-11 minute match, and we'll see where it goes. But I think we should maybe see Randy Orton turn heel maybe a little bit sooner rather than later. But let me know what you guys think about Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. Are you excited? Are you not? Do you care? Let me know how you feel about it. Now, let's talk about the other match between two guys who just don't like each other. It's LA Knight, yeah, as he's taking on Mr. Money in the Bank, the visionary, the architect, the man that has turned the wise man into the oracle. It is Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins and LA Knight have been going back and forth as of late. We saw LA Knight recently this past week on Raw come out after and during the main event. After the main event, cost and beat up Seth Rollins during and everything else like that. And we saw him go into the crowd, like how they always like that in these nonsense shows sometimes. But now we're getting a match between these two. And, they're saying we're doing the draft, but now we're seeing guys on SmackDown go to Raw, Raw go to SmackDown, Raw and SmackDown go to NXT. Like, what's the point of doing this draft if we're already having people switch brands? So, it is a Raw versus SmackDown type of a match here with, but again, it doesn't really matter here. So, I'm going to say Seth Rollins wins with shenanigans. We're going to see Bronson Reed. We'll probably see Braun Breaker. We'll see Paul Heyman, the Oracle. Now I got to get used to saying that. So Seth Rollins is going to get the win here, but hopefully it's a good match, and hopefully LA Knight still puts on the spotlight. And, for me, I really don't know what we're doing here with LA Knight. Are we going to be having him continue with Seth? Is he going to move on to a different opponent? Is he going to get in a title picture? I don't know what they're doing with LA Knight anymore. And it's kind of sad because LA Knight at one point very well could have won Mr. Money in the Bank. And he could have been world champion a couple of years ago. But instead they gave it to Damian Priest. And again, nothing against Damian Priest. I love myself some Damian Priest. But I think at that time, LA Knight should have definitely won Money in the Bank. But at Saturday night's main event, Mr. Seth Rollins, Mr. Money in the Bank, going to walk out the win. And like I said, probably another 12, 13-minute match. As I keep saying, remember, the show is only 2 hours. We have 4 matches. We're going to have some promos. We're going to have a bunch of commercials. And, it will be what it will be. But we will be here watching it live. So make sure you still come and hang out here with me, as we're going to be doing, and we're going to be testing to see how much time we waste during commercials. And we're going to see how much time that NBC and Peacock actually sit here and we waste during the show. So that will be fun to do also. And then we will have our episode, as we will be doing, as you guys know, we've talked about it, as we're going to see how much time we waste watching wrestling or watching commercials while watching wrestling. So look out for that episode. But now let's talk about a couple championship matches. And the first one, it has just been announced a couple hours ago, I feel like, or maybe like 4 or 5 hours ago. Solo Sikoa putting that U.S. title on the line. Jacob Fatu don't even get a rematch, huh? They said, nope, Jacob, you give your rematch to Big Jim, and Big Jim gets the main event at Saturday night's main event. Not really the main event, but you know what I mean here. Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso. Do we really think Solo is going to lose the championship yet? I feel like Jacob's going to come out I feel like we're obviously going to see JC Mateo, Tongaloa, or I should say Tongaloa. We're going to see Tonga, whatever the hell, or Hikaleo. I'm just going to say Hikaleo because I don't even know how to say that. They're confusing me with all of this. But should be a good match. I'm excited. And for me, as I talked about it, Solo Sikoa being a champion in NXT, being the North American champion, and having to relinquish the title and never having the opportunity to be champion until right now, I'm happy that Solo's the champion. Now, would I have taken the title off of Jacob? Probably not. But I think that Jacob's probably most likely going to get it back maybe at SummerSlam. And I think we'll have Jacob be champion once again. So Solo Sikoa going to have a nice little run with it. So that is why I'm going to say Solo Sikoa wins the U.S. Championship match here at Saturday night's main event. But I think we're going to see a bunch of shenanigans, and we're going to see things that, people are not going to like. But Solo will win somehow, and it will be a bloodline title match like we all know how it always can be here. So let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is going to win, Solo or Jimmy? And now we got a couple comments in the chat, so let's see what you guys got to say before we get to the main event of Saturday night's main event. Because as I said, there is only 4 matches on the card here, and that's probably all there will be unless they add a random one like they just did. But I really don't feel like they should add any more because we all know there's going to be a bunch of promos for Evolution, probably promos for SummerSlam. We're going to see what happened on SmackDown. We're going to see what happened on Raw. Maybe we'll see what happened at NXT. It's going to be a bunch of nonsense. So don't expect any more matches here. So we got Michelle in the house. What's up, Michelle? Solo versus Jimmy has just been announced. Yeah, she's taking LA Knight. The pride of Quad Cities. We will definitely be seeing, yes, we will be. Definitely shenanigans all the way through, and it's going to be interesting to see. But speaking of shenanigans, I did not have, okay, I might have had it on my bingo card, but I definitely would not have had it on my bingo card. That did not make sense. But something that I think we all thought was going to happen, but until it was going to be announced, I didn't want to think about it. But it is happening, and it is happening in 2 days. It is Goldberg. It's Oldberg, as he is maybe, and hopefully it's his last match. I mean, I think it should be, and I'm praying it's going to be. So we got Goldberg taking on the champ, Gunther, that is, the ring general. And for me, you guys know we've talked about it on Raw and SmackDowns, NXT live streams. It's going to be a lot of jackhammers, a couple spears, a couple power bombs, a couple running down the rings. Goldberg even hurt himself apparently as of late during training or getting ready for this match. Whatever it is, I just am to be honest, not excited for this match. I feel like this match is definitely going to start at like a 8:50, 8:51. Goldberg's entrance is going to be like 17 minutes. Get a couple ads in between there. So I'm not too sure how long this match will go. Maybe 5-10 minutes. I'll say 10 minutes max. So in the end, there's no way in hell I'm picking Goldberg to win this match. But what I will say is that there is a possibility that Goldberg could very well win this match. And then Mr. Visionary, Mr. Architect, Mr. Wise Man turning into the Oracle, Seth freaking Rollins, could cash in Money in the Bank and win that world title. So I'm not going to put it out of the question that Goldberg can't win the title, but I ain't picking this man to do so because if he does, I might just jump through my TV screen over here. So Gunther walking out still your champion. Hopefully Goldberg rides off into the sunset. Hopefully he can walk out of the arena. And hopefully we don't have to call the hospital or the ambulance to scrape him off of the Saturday night's main event canvas. But we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, I just don't think there's too much to say about this match. Obviously, we saw what happened with them at Bad Blood back in October. We've seen them have a couple interactions. But for me, it hasn't done anything, and it just is not what I'm excited. I'm just not, to be honest, too excited to watch this match at all. But what do you guys think? And do you guys think, and are you guys excited for this match? Because for me, I am just not at all. And like I said, I think it will get less than 10 minutes. 10 minutes max will be what I say for that. But that is Saturday night's main event. So we do have that. That will be after we watch Great American Bash and All In simultaneously. We will be here live for both shows at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday afternoon. So make sure you come and hang out here with your boy Tino. We'll be live all afternoon. We'll take a little bit of a break, maybe go get some dinner. We'll see what happens, what time it is. And then we'll be back here to watch those 4 matches go down. And then after we go to bed, a Saturday night, after we sit in front of this amazing computer screen all day and talk to you amazing people, we'll go to bed. And we got to wake up, and we got one more show to end it all, as it is the second all-women's PLE. We saw the first one go down back in 2018. You guys, if you did watch it over on the Main Event Network with your boy Tino, when we did the 24-hour live stream, we did ourselves a little watch-along, and we went back and watched the pay-per-view in its entirety. And if you have not yet, I definitely would go watch some of it. You don't have to watch the whole thing, maybe skip through it, but we have now the second ever Evolution pay-per-view. And the matches go as follow. If you weren't here 16 minutes ago when I first started and I first told you the matches, let's go over them one more time. And we got JC Jane taking on Jordan Grace. We got Tiffany Stratton. It's Tiffy time. If it ain't Tino's time, it's Tiffy time. As she takes on Trish Stratus, Stratusfaction, coming out for one more championship run, championship match at Evolution number 2. We got a women's match with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley for the championship. Who is going to win? And can Rhea Ripley finally defeat Io Sky? We got a no-holds-barred not false count anywhere, but it is no-holds-barred match. It's Naomi taking on Jade Cargill. We have a fatal 4-way women's tag team matches. It's Raquel Rodriguez and her new tag team partner and champion, Miss Roxanne Perez, the Prodigy, as they take on the team from Raw, the Kabuki Warriors of Kairi Sane and Asuka, as they take on the team from SmackDown, Charlotte Flair, woo! And she teams up with Alexa Bliss over there. And then on NXT, we got Sol Ruka, 2-belt Sol, as she is right now the NXT North American Women's Champion and the Speed Champion. She teams up with her partner Zarya as they are representing NXT. It is a fatal 4-way match for the Tag Team Championship. And then we have a Battle Royal. It's going to go down. It's going to be a bunch of women that we honestly right now, we saw the women that came out on NXT. So I feel like we will be seeing the same, and all of those women, such as Ivy Niles, Zelina Vega. We saw Stephanie Valkyrie and others show up at and during the NXT thing. So I feel like all of them will most likely be in it. And then obviously, Ava announced the 6 competitors from NXT that will be in the match. Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dane, Lola Vice. Why am I blanking? But we'll figure that out when we preview that. So we have 6 women that will represent NXT. If anybody, please, can you guys let me know in the chat? I'm blanking on the other 3. So we also have, though, and I don't know where that picture's at, and I don't know why I can't find it, but we do have another match also. It is a triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship. It is Becky Lynch, it's Lyra Valkyria, and it is Bayley. I had that thumbnail that picture at one point. I don't know where it went. But we also have another thing, and I do want to say, because you can't have Evolution without the GOAT of ring announcers. It's Lillian Garcia, and this is it. She says, WWE Evolution is happening this Sunday, and I was fortunate enough to be the announcer for the first ever Evolution. So now she'll be able to announce the second one, as well continue to celebrate the progress of where this industry has ever and has evolved to alongside these incredible women. And such an honor. It all starts with hard work for all of us. We dedicate hours to our craft. It's not easy, but it's definitely worth it. And that last part definitely hits hard, because that is true. It all starts with hard work. You can't get anywhere easy. It's not just going to come to you. You got to put that work in. You got to put those hours in. You got to stay up late. You got to sit here for 13 hours and watch football if you don't want to. And, hang out with everybody. But you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Put in that work, because in the end, it all works out and everything happens for a reason. So, Lillian, can't wait to see you announce Evolution number 2. Now that I talked about all the matches that will go down at Evolution, if we have, let's see. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Michelle. Jada Parker Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Lash Legend, Izzy Dane, and Tatum Paxley. Thank you. I don't know why I was blanking on them. So, those are the 6 women for NXT that will be representing NXT. We obviously got Nikki Bella and others. So, since I don't have that picture, and let me see if I have it on my phone. But let's start previewing, and I'm going to have to get it up either way, so I'll just do it now. But let's start talking about the first match, and it is a triple threat match. And there are people that are saying this match should main event the show. You guys let me know. Do you guys think that we should see Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria, and Bayley main event Evolution? For me, it's most likely going to be the Io Sky and Rhea Ripley main eventing. But I mean, I wouldn't say no to it, but do I think that it I will say this. Out of all of the matches that we've had for Evolution be announced, and I think that's been the biggest thing with everybody this year for Evolution, the build has not been that great. I think the build for Becky, Lyra, and Bayley has been the best of the best and the best of everything that has happened with Evolution so far. Because we obviously have seen this story continue since WrestleMania. We've seen this story go out and obviously lead to all of this, lead to Lyra losing the title, them losing the tag titles, etc., etc. So I think it definitely has a high possibility, and it should maybe be up there to main event. I just don't think it's going to be. So it's going to be a good match. I'm excited to see where it goes with these women. I think that, Lyra finally, and feeling like, I think finally for the first time especially because if you did not see also, we saw Julia on NXT, so it looks like the US title will not be defended on the card, and it looks like Julia will be in the Battle Royal. Which I think that that's kind of stupid, and I think that Julia should just be in and having herself a big time match for that US championship, even if it was just an open challenge. I mean, I think that would be so cool. But Becky, Lyra, and Bayley gonna go out there, put on a great match, destroy each other, and after it's all said and done, I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna be bold here, and I'm gonna say we walk out with a new Intercontinental Champion. And no, it's not Lyra Valkyria. It is the role model. It is Bayley. Bayley's going to walk out, and let's say Bayley walks out, your new Intercontinental Champion. But more or less likely, Becky Lynch will keep the title. She'll continue to do what she's doing with the title, but I would love to see Becky Lynch lose that title to Bayley. So, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Becky can and she should defend or retain the title? Do you think that we should see a new champion? How do you guys feel about this triple threat match? Now that I got the picture up, Let's talk about the next one, though. It's another championship match, and then this one's a fatal four-way. And this one very well might, everybody's not looking most likely, I feel like, is not too excited about this match. But I feel like people need to be excited about this match because the problem is there's a lot of people that are probably watching this and being like, who is Sol Ruca and Zarya? Who are the Kabuki Warriors? Who is Roxanne Perez? Shoot, they probably don't even know who Raquel Rodriguez is. The only two people that the normal, or not the normal, I should say, but like the, what do we call them? The casual wrestling fans are only going to know of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. So, I think that everybody should go out, and I'm not saying this match is going to be 5 stars, banger, greatest all time, greatest women's match, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I'm just saying I think that these 8 women are going to go out there and put on a great showcase, especially Sol Ruca and Zarya, because this is a big opportunity for them to show up and show out in front of a big crowd and a big stage. Like, this is a main roster type of pay-per-view. So, I think this is a big showcase for them. I think that, them having Roxanne Perez take the title and not really earn it. She just was given the title because Raquel didn't want to have to relinquish the title. And again, we don't know how exactly long Morgan is going to be out for. And it sucks because it looked like we were going to get Liv Morgan against Nikki Bella. Or we were going to get the Bella twins against Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. And, obviously things happen, plans change. And that very well could have been the reason why it kind of, stopped and started and stopped and started the feuds and how this card came together. Now, I want to say that Raquel and Roxanne are going to win and retain the titles, but I'm saying, and I'm going to go with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss to become your new women's tag team champions. I think it would be cool if they added some type of a stipulation, like a elimination type of a stipulation to this, where if someone gets eliminated, then the team's eliminated or something. But that's just me, just to add a little, extra to it. So we'll have to see what happens with this. But I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to say that we have our first two, and the first two matches we talk about, we're going to have some new champions walking out on Sunday as tag team champions. And their names are Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. But, like I said, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Now, let's talk about two women that just dislike each other. And I feel like if they were the last two people on the planet and they had to help each other, they would not help each other. They would just walk in other directions and pay the consequences. Because these two just hate each other in every which way. But one thing I did want to talk about also while we're talking about this match, and I know I've said it a few times, but I'm so happy that Naomi got that customized briefcase. Because I've talked about it a lot. We've seen it a lot where with these briefcases, they just get cashed in too quickly and everything. And I'm happy that they actually had customized, and they do have customized briefcases for both the men's and the women's. I love Naomi. Naomi's briefcase. I've been talking about them doing that. As soon as she came out with that caution attire and everything, I thought that would be the perfect attire and perfect customization to do on the briefcase. And they did. It looks fantastic. So I just wanted to say that because it should be interesting to see. And, who knows? We might see Naomi not once, but twice in this show. Now, this match, it is a no-holds-barred, so anything can go. Anybody can fight. Anybody can go, and you could use anything you want. What do I think they're going to use? They're going to do their infamous table spot. They're going to do the infamous pile of chairs in the ring. They're probably going to hit each other with a couple kendo sticks. I don't see anything crazy going on here, but I do like that they do have that stipulation added because it does get the match to feel like it's going to be a little bit better, and it has that stake to it where if it was just a regular singles match, it would be just like us watching the WrestleMania match or their other match that they just had. So having a stipulation for it adds a little bit of, an incentive to watch it, and hopefully maybe this will be their third and their last match. But after it's all said and done, there's no way that Jade Cargill is not winning this match. Unless there's some type of shenanigans, maybe Naomi calls a little help from an old friend or something like that. I'm going to say Jade Cargill walks out your winner. And she just defeats Naomi. And Naomi's laying there. And she doesn't know what to do with herself. As I think this is one match that, depending on where it's placed on the card, could get lost in the shuffle. But it could be very, very good also at the same time. I'm excited to see where it goes, though. But Jade Cargill going to win this match and take out Naomi. But let me know what you guys think in the chat. Now, for another championship match, and this one is for the women's championship or world heavyweight. I get so freaking confused with these two. The world heavyweight women's championship and then just the championship. It is, though. It's Tiffy time. If it ain't Tino's time, you know what time it is. Tiffany Stratton taking on her rival, her idol, the girl she looked up to, watching it as a teenager, Trish Stratus. Come on, guys. Did you really think we were going to have Evolution without Stratus Faction, the legend, the Hall of Famer, the one and only Trish Stratus? Come on. I thought we were going to see Lita show up, too. I mean, shoot, Lita could very well still show up. But you can't have it without Trish Stratus. So, I know this match kind of came together at last minute. Tiffany kind of was able to pick her opponent. And, I know people are going to be like, blah, blah, blah. Trish can't do this. Trish can't do that. But Trish is in phenomenal shape. Trish is going to go out there and do a lot of stuff that I don't think people expect her to do. And for me, I think Trish has said it a few times that this could be her last match and this could be her last match. But to be honest, I think this one very well could be either her last match or one of her last few matches that she has. Because I don't know how much longer she's going to want to do it. Again, who knows? Maybe she does want to do it. Maybe she wants to do it. She'll just do these one-off appearances. And, we'll have to see what happens. But Tiffany and Trish Stratus is going to be a very good match. I personally would love to see Trish Stratus win. Trish Stratus has not been in a singles championship match in 18 years. So I was 11 years old when or 10 years. I don't know how old. But that's a long time. So I think it would be so cool for Trish Stratus to win the championship against Tiffany Stratton. I don't think it would hurt Tiffany. I think it would actually kind of help her, the fact that she lost her championship to a Hall of Famer. And, maybe Trish Stratus has a little bit of a run. I think that would be fine. I would be perfectly content and perfectly okay with that. But I'm going to say that our girl Tiffany Stratton gets the win. She does the prettiest moonsault in the world. And she gets the 1, 2, 3. And she stays your champion. I think it's going to be a good match. They'll put on a good show. Trish can still go. You guys already know this. Let's be real here. Trish could probably move better than half of some of the women on the roster. So I think Trish will be fine. It's going to be a good match. Maybe be a little bit slower, obviously. But again, what are we going to do here? You'll be fine. So Tiffany going to win. Still champion. And I won't say we have 3 title changes in the first 4 matches that we talk about. But a title match that I do think is going to change hands, and a match that I do believe will. It is the NXT Championship, and it is Jordynne Grace taking on Jacy Jayne for that NXT Women's Championship. Now, when Jacy Jayne defeated Stephanie Valkyrie, everybody went bananas. Everybody went crazy. And nobody expected it. I mean, nobody expected that. Well, it happened. She did what she had to do to become champion. And I said it as soon as she won that she was going to be a traditional and a transitional champion, I should say. And here it is. I'm sorry, guys. But all you JCJ fans out there, she's going to lose to Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace is going to become champion. And, I don't think that, people should be upset about it, because I think JC having the title is something that maybe she never thought she'd ever do. And again, she was kind of like the third person in Toxic Attraction. And here she is, the last one standing of the faction, the top of her game in NXT right now. The only way I see Jordynne Grace losing this match, and I will say it just in case if it does happen, there have been rumors of Blake Monroe already turning heel. So if Blake Monroe turns heel, then maybe Jordynne Grace loses and maybe Jacy Jayne continues to be champion. But I just don't see that happening unless we see some type of something happen on Saturday. When they team up at Saturday Night's Man, or on Great American Bash on Saturday afternoon to take on Fatal Influence of Jacy Jayne and Fallon Henley. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that on Saturday afternoon. But by Sunday night, new NXT Women's Champion. Her name is the Juggernaut, Jordynne Grace. And then Blake Monroe turns heel. And we'll see Jordynne Grace against Blake Monroe. That's what I think should happen. Now, before we get to the main event and we talk about Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, let's get to the Battle Royal, because we do have an Evolution Battle Royal. And the announced participants go as followed. We got Stephanie Valkyrie. We got Ivy Nile, Nia Jax, Natalya, Maxine Dupree, Kalani Jordan, Nikki Bella, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Lash Legend, Izzy Dane, Tatum Paxley, Zelina Vega, Julia, and Candice LeRae. So obviously there will be way more people that will be in this Battle Royal. Maybe you'll see a couple legends come out. I would love to see Gal Kim, Candice Michelle. Give me some. Let's see Kelly show up. Let's see Tori Wilson. Let's see Lita. I want to see some legends. I want to see some people show up and show out that we have not seen in a while. I don't want to see the same people that we see all the time. Let's see maybe Carmella I mean not Carmella, I'm sorry, Cameron maybe come back. There's been rumors of Saraya coming back at Evolution. Britt Baker could show up. I mean, there are so many different type of possibilities that could happen in this battle royal that, you know, people may not be excited for it, but there are stakes to this also because the winner of this match will go on to face the winner of Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, I think it is, at Clash in Paris. Or it says for a world championship. So I guess it could be either one if they want to go and face Tiffany or Trish, or if they want to go and face whoever wins Rhea and Io. But I'm excited to see where it goes. I I love battle royals. You guys know how I feel about the Royal Rumble and the battle royals, all of that. I love my self-elimination matches all day long. I could do if there was a pay-per-view where there were just battle royals and eliminations, it would be the best pay-per-view ever. So, with the women that we have announced, obviously we don't know everybody, and obviously there could still be a lot of people and a lot of surprises. Maybe we see some TNA people that we have not seen, some Evolve champions, maybe some people from LFG. Maybe we see Tyra May Steele, all of them. But I'm going to give you my 3 picks that I think could win this match. And then I'm going to not give you my final prediction until we are sitting there watching the match. Because, again, we don't know who's going to be announced. We could see more women be announced tomorrow on SmackDown. We could see women be announced and then be Saturday afternoon, Saturday, literally right before the show begins. But for right now and right this second, I'm going to say my top 3 picks to win this is Nikki Bella, Stephanie Valkyrie, and I'm going to say Julia. Because Julia should be having a match at Evolution. She should have an open challenge. I talked about it earlier. Julia should have some type of a match here. And I think it's a travesty that we're having the U.S. champion, the title that you guys introduced, not be having a match at the all-women's pay-per-view. It just doesn't make sense to me. But here we are. So Julia, Nikki Bella, or Stephanie Valkyrie right now are going to be my picks. Unless we obviously see somebody else that comes back, or maybe a Saraya, maybe we could see Maurice, we could see Mickey James, we could see. I mean, I could go on and the Iconics. We just saw them. They were at NXT. They were doing TikToks with Fatal Influence. So keep an eye out for the Iconics. But Battle Royal gonna be interesting to see. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 15 right now announced participants. So I'm going to say there's about 15 more people that we don't know about. And then we'll have all of them in the ring at the same time. Remember, that is how the Battle Royal works. They're not just going to come out like it's the Royal Rumble, so don't worry. It's not going to be an hour match. Probably about like 10, 15 minutes at most. And we'll see who wins and goes to Clash in Paris. And now, after 3 shows, 2 nights, a long time sitting in this chair, a lot of ads, a lot of commercials. We'll be here to watch the final match of this long weekend that is, and that was, and that will be. It will be Rhea Ripley. It will be Mommy taking on the champion. That's not the match. Taking on the champion, Io Sky. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley have been going at it since NXT, since the Mae Young Classic, Raw, SmackDown. It don't matter. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, they always find a way to butt heads and to be in the same ring at the same time for championships, war games, no matter what it is. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, it's time to write another chapter to their story. And for this one, Io Sky winning the championship, I still am shocked about that. I'm shocked that Io Sky's been champion for this long. I didn't think that she really would be champion for this long, because after she won, I definitely thought she'd be more of a transitional champion, and that she would go out and she would win, and then she would lose it right away. Well, that's not the case. She's been champion for a little bit of time now, and, I'm happy for Io Sky. But Evolution, the main event, she's taking on Mommy. We all know Rhea Ripley's track record against Io Sky has not been very good. If I'm not mistaken, I think she's 0-3. I think. Don't quote me on that exactly, but pretty sure I think she's 0-3 because they were talking about it on Raw about how she hasn't beat her at the Mae Young Classic. She didn't beat her at NXT. She didn't beat her on Raw. So I think that it's going to be time for Mommy to get the win. And I think it's going to be time for Mommy to finally get over that hurdle and to defeat Io Sky. So that is why I'm going to say we see another title change. Yeah, I'm just booking the night of title changes. As we're going to see a brand new women's champion, and her name is Rhea Ripley. And she's going to be walking out with the confetti. And we're going to be celebrating as Rhea Ripley will become your, 3-time champion now? What is that, right? 3? Somebody let me know in the chat. We got 18 people here right now. Let me know. Is it 3, 4 times she's been champion? I can't keep track anymore. So, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, 5-star match. At least I would hope so and think so for it being the main event of Evolution. That is at least my prediction. I could be wrong. We could see a different match main event. It could be Tiffany and Trish, but for me, I just think it would make sense to have Io and Rhea. So we'll have to wait and see where that goes and what happens with Rhea and Io. But Mommy is winning your championship at Evolution. It's going to be the night of title changes. And it's going to be the night of women just taking over the game and taking over the division. You guys don't, people don't have to like this pay-per-view. People can complain about the ticket sales. People can complain that, they should never do this again. But for me, I think this gives the women a great opportunity. They go out there and they're able to give themselves more. Uh-oh. My camera. Uh-oh. My camera, guys. Camera went out. Uh-oh. Can't, what happened? Boycott. Uh-oh. Hold on, there we go. Here we go. There we go. We back. So, there we are. Now, I don't know what happened there. My camera. I can't have anything nice here. So, we have Evolution. We have Saturday night's main event. We have All In Texas. We have NXT, the Great American Bash. It's 4 shows. It's a span of 48 hours. But now, we've previewed them all. And now, we just have to watch them. But before we watch them, and before we get to Friday Night SmackDown tomorrow, guys, come and hang out. As after we previewed all these matches, now it's time to go into the virtual world. And it's time to find out what WWE 2K25 is going to decide. As we are going to be simulating all of the matches that we talked about today at Evolution. At Saturday night's main event. At NXT Great American Bash. It's 3 shows simulated in a span of 1 episode. Come and hang out. As we simulate all these matches, we find out what 2K has to decide. And we see what will happen in virtual world on 2K. Since I didn't do my GM episode this week, I figured why not? Let's simulate the 3 shows in 1. And then after that, come and hang out for our regularly scheduled programming as it's Friday Night SmackDown. It is the new Bloodline, the Bloodline 3.0. And then we're going to see all the fallout from and what will happen. And we'll see what will happen 24 hours before we get to Saturday night's main event. And then 48 hours to Evolution. And then on Saturday, you already know, guys, we'll be here all day long for NXT, the Great American Bash, and All in Texas. At the same time, we'll be watching them simultaneously. And then on Saturday night, be here for Saturday night's main event. We got 4 matches, 20 ads, 30 minutes of commercials, and a lot of shenanigans as we sit here and we watch it all go down. And then on Sunday, before we go live for Evolution, we got a pit stop as we go over to the Main Event Network. And Tino, Jay Gold, the Great Brown Hope, and the NXT Night Shift guys come and hang out as we talk Evolution, Saturday night's main event, and everything that happened on Saturday. And then we'll get you ready for Sunday. Jay Gold hosting Your boy Tino will be there. So come and hang out before Evolution. And then on Sunday night, it's Evolution. It's the show of shows. Who walks out of the Battle Royal? Who walks out of the champion? Who will win the Fatal 4-Way? We're going to find it all out then on Sunday night for the all-women's second ever PLE. Guys, that's all we got here for you today. But I thank you all for coming and hanging out with me for another hour as we preview 2 shows in one. A lot of matches and a lot of things that we talked about here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. But until next time, make sure you follow all the social medias. I know the Main Event Network, Mr. OTM over there on the Mark podcast, are live talking their predictions. I did not even realize that we were going live at the same time, so that's my bad. But go check them out after you're done here today. Go and check out the Main Event Network in general. Go check out the Southside Boys. Go check out your boy Tino as we are on the road to 4,000, guys. So double check, triple check. Make sure you hit that like button if you have not yet. You subscribe on the road to 4K. And lastly, guys, turn that notification button on so you know when we go live next, which, as I said, will be tomorrow afternoon as we simulate all of these matches that we just talked about. And then we watch Friday Night SmackDown. Guys, enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. I'm going to go watch some Big Brother. You should go do the same. And I'll see you all tomorrow for another doubleheader. Another one.